It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. We can hardly wait for the start of this one on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Back to throw again. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll look to throw again. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here are the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield now. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
In motion, the tight end. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw, Mayfield. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 2nd and goal from the 1. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ward. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also,
the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Ward. That's dumped off to Pollard. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Finding Otten once more. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll find McMillan here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Irving. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He completes it to Ridley. Powers ahead. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley, 77 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, there was no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. This is caught by McMillan. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Titans offense and receiver Calvin Ridley getting ready for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Van Jefferson, 73 yards. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, some strong running. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From the end zone, here's Julius Chestnut. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans from 17 yards out. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Here's Oliver. Here's Oliver. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second down and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Operating from the gun, Ward. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Okonkwo holds it in left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sly able to put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The Bucs were treated to a fine first half by their quarterback. That's Baker Mayfield. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mayfield now. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Bucs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really
good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Breaks through the contact. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Ward. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. This ball complete to Durham. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Mayfield to throw it. That's caught by Durham. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. This 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll be brought down at the 20. Sound for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mayfield. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A run up the middle with Irving. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Steps away to his left. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone.
Touchdown! A great play there, with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Ward. From the gun, he'll throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Ward buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Ward now from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Returning right back to Lockett. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw again. This one brought in by Jefferson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Ward. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run with Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And the tight end goes in motion left. 2nd and 9 now. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans get a bit closer. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. first down. Here's White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And some room to roam now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Mayfield. This one taken in by Otten. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On the handoff, this is Irving. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run here with Irving. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Ward. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.